Hey, this will be a video chart on BFHJ. The last time I did this one was, I think, on the 24th or 27th. I think it was this day right here because I believe this was a chart that I mentioned. What I liked about it was how the price was able to get up here and close above the 200-day simple moving average. Then went on to talk about how ideally it would be great if this was the support level that held. And I don't know, I might be guessing wrong, so you can just go back and look through the videos and find the past BFHJ video I did. But bottom line, what happened was exactly what pretty much a best case scenario. The price came down here, and as you can see right there, it back tested this previous resistance. The bull said, yep, this is now a support level. The price bounced back up, illustrated by this lower wick right here. And then the rest is history. Massive day here, and then yet another massive day. So this is officially just an absolute monster. And besides that, it makes a great example from its first initial breakout here where volume came surging, the price pulled back, always held the key moving average, which at that time was the 50-day simple moving average, this 50 line, or this purple line, excuse me. Made another big move, you can see, came back down here, and look at that, held onto the 50-day as support the whole time, broke above the 200-day, back tested it, and now it's just, it's gone NASA on us. Neil Armstrong, this thing's going to the moon, it seems like. But no, I don't mean that. No stock goes to the moon. Everything needs to pull back. But at the end of the day, this thing does just look like a space rocket here. But like the history of the chart shows, pullbacks are healthy. So if this does pull back, no need to freak out. People that kept a cool head here during this pullback, monitored that support level, didn't hold. Same thing here. People kept a cool head, monitored the support level, held strong, and now here. So yes, it's gone NASA on us, but at the same time, as this very own chart shows, its past history, pullbacks are very healthy. So if it does pull back, that's not any reason to panic or anything like that. So this chart definitely needs updated. First thing I want to do is just update some supports. The ideal level used to be down here at the 200-day simple moving average. I am now going to move the ideal level up to here at the previous high from Wednesday, which is valued at 0.0041. So if you don't know quite what that means, all I mean by ideal level is, ideally this is the level you'd want to see hold. If you were to ask me what would be the best case scenario, it would be, kind of a pullback here, consolidate, and then bounce back up. But does this one absolutely need to hold? No, it doesn't. There's still plenty of supports below it. Now this is going to sound crazy, but this is kind of if there are any cons to a big move like this would be one of the cons as opposed to the many pros. But the must-hold level is now going to be all the way back down here at the 200-day simple moving average. And you might be saying, what do you mean that's the next key support? Look how much further down it is. Well, yeah, that's the case because look how just absolutely pretty much straight up the price went. When the price moves like this, it does create pretty big spaces in between support levels. So that's just how it sits right now. I don't know if anybody's complaining, but that's just how things break down. So, like I said, ideally 0.0041 would be the ideal support level, but the must-hold one is going to be down here at the 200-day simple moving average. Very similar to how it was down here when the price did separate from its 50-day. It held up strong, and now if the price does come down here, we need to see the 200-day act exactly like the 50-day did down here. Now, I'm not saying that for sure the price is coming down here. I'm just saying that as far as supports go from a technical perspective, these two are going to be the key ones you want to watch, but mainly the 200-day simple moving average. Now for the fun stuff, let's go quick find some resistance levels. We actually have another set of supports right here up around these two highs. We have a high here at 0.0052 and then a high here at 0.0051. So we can say that, just for argument's sake, 0.005 is going to be another one of those ideal support levels where ideally it'd be great if the chart could hold up, but not required because there are still a lot of other supports. Now in terms of resistance levels, really, the only thing I see is not up until here, which is almost at 0.008. This level is simply coming from the previous highs back here, which are at 0.00, we'll say 0.0075. That's give or take a little bit, but that is going to be the next key resistance. I'll make that a nice thick red line because, as you can see from the history of the chart, that is pretty much a past previous high. So this thing's been acting like a monster, and really it's essentially blue skies until up here, where it may experience a little bigger wall on the level 2s. But like I said at the beginning, pullbacks are fine. The past history shows pullbacks are fine for this one. So if you get a few red days, nothing to panic about. But what you don't want to see is a huge increase in volume and then see massive red candles. That's not so good. But if it's a good controlled pullback like that and the supports hold, then nothing to worry about. And the last thing I want to point out is during these pullbacks, check out the volume. Volume dropped off, had big volume again, and then volume dropped off during these consolidation periods. So that's what you want to see with any sort of pullback, is just for the volume to pretty much fall off a cliff. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, as always, I would encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setup, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free. We've been making some good money together, so I'd encourage you to head to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this is BFHJ. Thanks for listening, and congratulations to everybody who has joined the space program.